Hello, I'm Gray Walker. I'm the new Commandant of Cadets. We're going to talk a little bit today about the military culture of the school, military discipline, and what that's going to look like, and also, why military, why Benedictine chooses to incorporate that as part of what we offer to the students. So, I'll go ahead and pull this up. Okay, so we're just going to overview the military department, and before we even begin that, I'd like to talk about what the military staff looks like this year. There's going to be quite a few changes. I'm the commandant. I've been here for 7 years in the role of a teacher. I've been brought on in kind of a mentorship role, as this commandant position is supposed to be. And the gentleman working with me, you're going to have Sergeant Green. He's going to be the quartermaster. So any uniform concerns, you're going to direct his way. And our job collectively as a military department is to make sure that everybody is outfitted by the time we are in school. So if you haven't been outfitted already, please do so. You can get in touch with either me or Mr. Green. He's also going to be responsible for freshman and sophomore leadership position. Major Rich Ramos is the other guy that is part of the military department. He's going to, again, another guy with military experience coming into the school. I feel very good about the military leadership we have this year that is helping me out. Junior and senior leadership classes are what Major Ramos is going to be responsible for. And I've gotten to know these guys. I like them quite a bit. Our role, as we understand it, is going to be that of supervision. Supervision, really not just of the cadets, but of very specifically the cadet chain of command, that we are supervising their running of the military program. And this is a role that definitely involves just kind of military involvement, but it's also a role that is based off of mentorship of these young men as they go about this year and perpetuate that military culture, military environment that we find so helpful at Benedictine. And so then that kind of begs the question: why is military so important to the school? Why do we bother with the uniforms? Why do we bother with that aspect? Morning and afternoon formation. Couldn't we just run ourselves like any other school? And it's a fair question. And I think we at Benedictine see the military as pretty much unremovable or not separable from from what Benedictine is all about, from our identity. Because one, it goes so well with Benedictine tradition. For 1,500 years, Benedictine tradition, the Benedictine monks have espoused this regimented schedule. You pray, you eat, you work throughout your day. So there's all sorts of things, and you do this every single day, and you're regimented about it because that's going to lead and benefit other aspects of your life. And so what our school is all about is teaching our young men how to lead, and not just how to lead, because one day, ideally, the freshmen in the school, freshmen, will become in 3 years the military leadership or part of that chain of command. And there has to be an appreciation for what that means, and you can only do that if that example by the chain of command is followed, that we're following that example in much the same way we would follow the example of Christ as Christian young men. A point of emphasis this year is going to be leadership as a means of service, that it's not about the perks that come with being a leader, that it's about serving the people around you and sacrificing of yourself, sacrificing of your time. And there's been plenty of people in the chain of command that I've had to do things before, even asked to do things before even school's been started. And they're willing to do that because they recognize that. They recognize the fact that, they have to help with uniform fittings, or they have to come to leadership camp because they know that it's going to mean for a good year if cadets are fitted for uniforms, and they know what their responsibilities are with you going into the year. Military discipline also is supplemented and supplements academic discipline. This idea that things that the military supports, arriving on time, being well dressed, being punctual, right? Those are things that is all military characteristics, or are all military characteristics, but go well with the academic side of the school. So, we push for those things together, and we move in the same direction with one another. What does military discipline look like this year? One, I think you're going to see that demerits, they're going to be military infractions only, right? So no shave, no haircut, misconduct or information, disrespect to the chain of command. Those are all military infractions, and you will get demerits for those things. All these things, by the way, enforced by the chain of command under our supervision. So there are short-term consequences for this, things that our cadets are familiar with, who have been here. You might be required to do push-ups. You might be required to march tours. You might be required to, so those are the types of long-term consequences that we end up seeing. The other thing being, it's going to help us determine fitness for cadet leadership posts, a demonstration of cadet buy-in in our school culture. You can't cherry pick parts of the school culture. You can't say I'm all in athletics and not in the military. You can't say that you're all in on the military and not buy into the academic side of things. So all of these things go together, and this is all about what we're trying to support as part of the military department. Hopefully this gives you a good idea as far as what we're doing as a military department and as a school. I look forward to seeing you guys.